If you're over 60 and you've ever caught yourself looking back, not just with memory, but with longing, then this story is for you. Because there comes a point in life where the mirror doesn't just show the face you wear today. It shows echoes of every version you've ever been. The hopeful one, the reckless one, the silent one who swallowed their pain, the brave one who kept moving forward anyway. With age comes clarity. Not always peace, but perspective. You begin to see what truly mattered and what never did. You remember the ones who stayed, the ones who left, and the spaces they left behind. You find yourself thinking about the choices you made, and the ones you didn't, the words you said, and the ones you kept tucked away, waiting for a better moment that never came. Before we begin, I want to ask you something simple, but important. If you could lean in close and whisper one thing to your 30-year-old self right now, what would it be? Take a moment, breathe it in. Write it down in the comments if you feel called to. Your wisdom, earned through all these years, could be exactly what someone else needs to hear tonight. Dear younger me, you're 30. You feel like the world expects you to have a map already drawn, a plan already unfolding. You don't, and that's okay. You think success will bring peace. You think love will always stay if you just love hard enough. You think mistakes are failures. You think fear means you're not ready. But life, real life, is bigger than those small ideas you cling to right now. You will grow not because you have all the answers, but because you dared to keep asking the questions. You'll spend years measuring yourself by the wrong yardsticks, job titles, approval, busy calendars, before realizing the only real measure of a life is how deeply you loved, how bravely you forgave, how often you showed up, even when your hands were shaking. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're going to spend too many years trying to be everything for everyone, trying to be agreeable, trying to be strong, trying to be perfect. Stop. You'll lose pieces of yourself in the process. Tiny, invisible fragments you won't notice missing until one day you wake up and wonder where your own voice went. The people worth keeping will never ask you to shrink yourself to fit inside their comfort. You'll stay awake some nights, staring at the ceiling, agonizing over mistakes you made when you didn't know better. You'll replay conversations. You'll rehearse apologies. You'll carry burdens far heavier than your share. Let go sooner. Forgiveness isn't about excusing harm. It's about releasing yourself from the chains of resentment, not for them, but for you. Because you deserve to sleep in peace. You'll waste years chasing approval. Bosses, friends, parents, strangers whose names you'll forget within a season. You'll think if you earn enough, accomplish enough, sacrifice enough, you'll finally be worthy. But here's the quiet truth you haven't learned yet. You already are. You were worthy the day you were born, with nothing to prove, nothing to earn, nothing to fix. The only person whose pride you'll ever need is the one looking back at you in the mirror at the end of each day. And even then, be kind. Because even the reflection you see is still learning, still healing, still becoming. You'll make mistakes. Some will be loud and public, moments you wish you could erase. Others will be small, silent, known only to you. Both will shape you, not into someone weaker, but into someone wiser, someone softer at the edges, with more room for grace, for yourself and for others. You'll learn that regret isn't something you outrun. It's something you live alongside, like an old companion whose presence teaches you to choose better the next time. You'll waste too much time chasing perfection, trying to curate a flawless life. The tidy home, the perfect body, the impressive resume, the carefully measured words. Let that go too. No one who truly loves you cares how spotless your kitchen was, how many wrinkles you smoothed away, or how long your list of accomplishments stretched. They will remember how you made them feel, if you listened when they needed it most, if you laughed without looking at your watch, if you stayed a little longer when it would have been easier to leave. You'll break your own heart waiting for people to change. Some will, some won't. It's not your job to save anyone. It's not your burden to carry hearts that refuse to heal. Love them where they are. Love yourself enough to walk away if you must, but never love halfway. If this reflection is stirring something inside you, if it reminds you of choices you made or ones you wish you had, you're not alone. I'd love for you to share in the comments. What is one thing you wish you had let go of sooner? Your story might be the mirror someone else needs to find their own freedom. One day, you'll wake up and realize that most of what you spent your life worrying about never really mattered. The approval you chased, the arguments you replayed, the money you thought would fix everything, the fears that kept you small. You'll see them for what they were. Paper tigers. Shadows without substance. You'll realize that the people who truly loved you weren't perfect. They made mistakes. They stumbled. They said the wrong thing, or said nothing at all when you needed everything. But they loved you in the only ways they knew how. And that was enough. You'll understand that time is louder than words, that memories are built quietly in the in-between spaces, in the small, ordinary moments you almost overlooked, the laughter at a worn kitchen table, the hand that reached for yours in the dark, the way someone stayed even when you had no words left to give. You'll learn that joy is hidden in the ordinary, not in grand achievements, not in flawless plans, but in the way the sun feels on your face, or the sound of a familiar song drifting through an open window. And you'll finally know that peace was never something you could force by controlling everything around you. Peace comes when you surrender, when you let go, when you realize that life was never about arriving somewhere perfect. It was about showing up again and again, imperfect and brave and beautifully human. So take the trip, even if it scares you. Say the words, even if your voice shakes. Forgive, even if they never say they're sorry. Laugh louder, even if no one else joins in. Take more pictures of people than places. Because someday, those people will be the places you miss the most. If this story made you pause, if it brought up a memory tucked deep inside your chest, or stirred a lesson you've carried quietly for years, know this: you are not alone. Your journey, with all its crooked turns, its heartbreaks, its unlikely joys, it matters. You have survived every moment you thought you couldn't. You have built a life not from perfect days, but from choosing to stay soft in a world that asked you to harden. And there is still so much left for you. Still laughter waiting around unexpected corners, still forgiveness that will heal old wounds, still mornings that will surprise you with their brightness. If you feel called to share, what is one thing you would whisper to your 30-year-old self tonight? Your wisdom could be the very thing someone else clings to when their own night feels too long. Leave your thoughts in the comments. This place isn't just for stories, it's for hearts to meet. And if this touched you, if it helped you remember a piece of yourself you thought was forgotten, I invite you to subscribe to this channel so we can sit together again, night after night, and remember what really matters. Until tomorrow, my friend, be gentle with yourself. The best parts of your story are still unfolding.